Today we will be talking about Are You Okay with amazing Dr. Rhiarne. So before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Anjali, and I am Women's Health Movement Coach, certified nutrition counselor, and as well as the founder of this platform. I am going to invite Dr. Rhiarne. Thank you for being here. If you can hear us, just give us a thumbs up. So, hello. Thank you so much,
Hello.
Dr. Rhiarne, for being here. Welcome.
Thanks for having me today. And I've connected with ease. I'm getting more tech savvy by the time every
I
interview.
know. You were straight right away. You were in. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for coming here and to support Dr. Rhiarne and ourselves, and then, listen about the Are You Okay week, right? So before we start, I'm going to read Dr. Rhiarne's bio a little bit, and then we will start with the questions. So Dr. Rhiarne specializes in family psychology with particular interest in supporting children and teenagers' emotional regulation difficulties, parenting support, and school-based issues. Dr. Rhiarne also provides extensive support to mothers as they navigate their pregnancy and adjustment to motherhood. Dr. Rhiarne has over 20 years of experience working in psychology and now co-directs her clinic alongside with her husband, Dr. Mark Scholes. Dr. Mark Scholes.
That's
So,
correct. Yeah.
yes, also a clinical psychologist. He's amazing. He's a wonderful person, by the way. Their practice is the Family Wellbeing Hub in Ashmore. And again, beautiful space. I worked there for a little bit, and it
Love
is just,
it.
I miss the environment in there. So I try to recreate the smell, the candles and all
Yeah.
those things at home. So because it is such a beautiful space. Yeah.
Thank you.
And you have three beautiful children and understand, and so you certainly understand the challenge that family life can bring. Thank you so much for being here. Would you like to add anything else?
No, that's a good description. Yes, I'm a mum to 3 kids. I'm a mum to 18 chickens and a dog and a cat.
Yes,
A lot in this family of mine, actually.
yes. So you are very rich around with the family, right?
That's it, exactly. And I know the kind of the blurb talks about me working maybe with teens and children and the family support, but definitely work right across the family lifespan, all age groups, right through to the elderly population. I just love the richness of working with so many different, age populations. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's amazing. So before we start, we will read a little bit brief disclaimer of that this talk is all about to bring awareness around Are You Okay week. So it's not a specific advice to anybody. So if you need support, please go reach out to your healthcare practitioner, or you can always so people can directly contact you, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Mark and myself, we offer, support for psychology via the mental health care plans and private health insurance as well. And they can always reach out for themselves or someone they know as well that might need our support.
Yes, so
Mm.
that's amazing. And so, if anyone has a question, please pop in the comment section so Dr. Rhiarne can answer your questions. And meanwhile, let's start with our question of what does Are You Okay mean to you as a clinical psychologist?
Yeah, it's great that we have the Are You OK Day. It's falling on Thursday this week, if I recall my dates.
Yes, it's on my birthday.
Oh,
It's
is
on
it?
11th.
Oh,
Yes.
7th. Oh, happy birthday in advance, and
Thank you.
day all round.
Yes, yes. It's like because we don't celebrate birthdays back home.
Oh,
So yeah, my family helps me to remind that I'm getting older each year. My parents don't know my birthday. They might know around the year.
Right.
Maybe you are this old, you
Yeah.
know. But
Oh,
then we don't know exact unless we didn't even have a birth certificate either.
right.
So it's like born in a village. So
No.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a
the
date we should celebrate. And I think for the Are You OK Day, it's been such a good initiative. As a clinical psych, it just makes me happy to think, okay, the work I do every day in supporting people, it's wonderful that we have at least this one day for others to check in. And I know I
mhm.
say it every year, and I'm like, let's make every day an Are You OK Day, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Feel like it would be lovely just to have more of a culture that prompts us to always check in with people rather than the singular focus of, you know, the busy
Mm,
lives that we lead sometimes. So it's just that one day, particularly though, a really good nudge to society to put the spotlight on mental health care, how everyone's doing around us, and, you know, just check in for maybe those that it looks like they've been quite busy holding it together for a while, but actually stopping, having that chat, saying, hey, how about we have that cuppa we've said for the last 2 years? Oh, we should
mm,
do it soon, you know? It's
yes.
let's make it a date. So I think it's nice just to make that in the spotlight for everyone.
Yes.
Mm.
So what I start doing is, when sometimes randomly some people comes in your mind that you
Yeah.
haven't met for a long time,
Uh-huh.
and just as soon as they come in your mind, and I start texting them, hey, you've been in my mind today, so I hope you're okay. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So,
It's nice to do that, isn't it? And that's a nice thing to always remember. If you think of someone, just send them a quick hi text. It doesn't have to be
mm,
big. Hey, yeah,
no. So yeah, I'm not sure if that would be really helpful, but
yeah,
that is what I start practicing
yeah,
lately.
nice. I don't know if you have it, Ange, that sometimes when you do reach out to the person, that other person might be like, hey, I've been thinking of you too.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
gosh. And it's almost like a little bit of a psychic moment. You're actually
yeah. It's like a telepathic, isn't it?
even
It's,
sometimes I might send a text to a client I haven't seen for a little bit, and I know they've been quite busy, and we're trying to find that next appointment for them. And just that quick little text, hey, check
mhm.
in, how are things going? Do you need that next appointment? And like, oh, I've been meaning to text you. Thank you. You know, it's just so important. If it's on your mind, make
Yeah,
that
just
contact.
yeah, just give it a text. It doesn't have to be long, big one,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
we
Yeah,
have the technology these days, so we
mm,
might as well use it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So the next one is, what's the best way to ask, are you okay, without making
Mm,
someone feel pressured or
yeah.
feel awkward, because
Mm,
it is not easy thing to talk about, right? Like,
hmm.
not everyone is feels that unless you're one to one, you
Mm,
don't open up that easily with people.
yes.
So yeah, so what's the best way to ask?
Yeah, and that's true. If you are in that more group setting, you don't want to put someone on the spot as
Mm,
well. To go, hey, what's going on over here? You know, and all eyes are on that person. So it might be, say, if you've been in that group setting, someone who's normally more involved in conversation or more active socializing, and they seem very different. It could be a follow-up text that evening. Hey, just noticed things were a little bit different with you today. How are things going? You know,
mm,
anything that you're going through at the moment, you want to, I'm always here as a listening ear kind of thing. So it might be that follow up. But it's definitely that nice tentative kind of questioning that's really important rather than coming in like, what's wrong with you? You know, like this
mm,
judgmental kind of stance we might take. Yeah, what's going on? You don't seem right kind of thing. It can get too much all guns blazing to check in. But I think it's just saying, you know, and if you are one on one with the person, saying, hey, you don't seem quite yourself, almost like there's something on your mind, you know, or I've noticed that you've been quite busy and, you know,
mm.
appearing more stressed lately. How are things? You know, where are you at with it all? Anything you want to chat about or how you're going? So I think that nice check-ins, nice, or just a prompt like, how about we have a coffee kind of thing and let's sit down and have
Yes.
let's sit in the sun. Or if you work with someone who doesn't see themselves, hey, I'm thinking of taking a quick walk while I have my morning tea break. Do you want to come with me? And that walk and talk and the eyes outweighs and not focusing in, which can
Mm,
be confronting for some, can be
yes.
nice as well. I'm all for those breaks in between, you
Yeah.
know.
And
Work. Yeah,
outdoor in the nature.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I
exactly.
agree. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were saying earlier about the what's wrong with you, like a
Mm.
judging that
Yeah.
statement. As
Hmm.
soon as you say that, even with the children, you notice as soon as you say that, they're closing in,
Yeah.
they're close in, and they
Hmm.
don't want to, as soon as you drop that judgment, I find my like the word that I choose is
Hmm.
completely different, and the toning,
Mm.
and so they seem to open up easily,
Yeah.
because you are there to hold the space, not to judge them if
Yeah.
you say something. And
Exactly.
so, yes,
That's the
and
difference, and even if I've got a parent child in a session and the little one's got some misbehavior that happened that week, rather than that real negative focused behavior, it's like, what's that all about? Let's talk about
mm,
it some more. Let's figure this out. So it's like the
mm,
collaboration. Let's hold space together and figure this out.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I
Mhm.
think that is the more kinder approach
Yeah.
with everybody, right? Not only with the children, but even the adults. We all are like little children
Mhm.
inside, as much
Feel-
as we are grown up.
Yeah. Just in adult costumes.
Yeah, we're in a adult costume, like running around little ones. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if someone opens up and says they are not okay, how should we handle that?
Yeah, so if you have the time to give them the space then to talk, say, hey, how about we say if you're at the work setting, for example, or at a bigger social event, you could say, hey, let's go find a quiet corner or let's get a separate office right now to let's have a chat. Would that be helpful right now? So, just say, let's give them that listening ear. I'm here, hold space for them and that non-judgmental kind of way. Sometimes you might find someone's got an issue they're stuck on. So it could be,
Mm,
I even teach this to parents I work with teenagers. The question is key of, do you need a listening ear or do you need some help problem solving this one?
mm,
Sometimes people feel like you've got to offer a solution to be helpful.
fix.
Yeah. And some people are needing a fix because they're indecisive and they don't know which way to go and
Mm,
they're feeling pressured with a choice. Or sometimes they just have so much feeling that they don't even understand what it is and they just need to put it out there to a sounding board and that space held. So
mm,
I think people can feel disempowered if you jump in with fixing without that permission from them.
mm,
Like,
yes. Yeah.
mm,
So would it be better if you ask them?
yeah. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background.
It's okay. That is how they talk, right?
Yeah.
So, so
Hopefully it's
we're
not.
talking, they're talking, so that's okay. So is it better if we ask them, so what do you need from me? Do you want me
Mm,
to just listen to you,
yeah.
or do you need, help, or what sort of help do you need?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, that's it. And it might just be that listening in, non-judgmental space, or, what they need at the time. Or they might say, hey, maybe could we catch up separately at another time and we can talk further if they're too much in the work mode at the time as well. And also, when you do check in with them that they aren't okay, maybe just that quick check-in, kind of, what supports do they have in their life at the moment? Who else is there for you right now that
Mm,
they can lean on? Not as a way of kind of allocating it straight away from you, but more just checking they've got a network and they're not too isolated.
mm,
And then if they are quite isolated, assuring them that you can be there and that maybe you could help them explore some options of supports out there. You may have a
mm,
psychologist that you've used before that you could personally recommend, or, have you had a chat to your GP? Do you have a regular GP that you could get this talk happening as well? But
mm,
still here, and I will check in with you and how you're going with that. So it's not like you're just dropping them and handing them over straight away as well. So you
mm.
have to look after yourself, though. When you are being there for someone, you can
Yeah.
only give what you can give. I think that's the important part. You can't be the complete martyr if you're already struggling yourself or burnt out in
Yeah.
your, or you've got lots of kids you're juggling, for example. So you can just
Mm,
let them know, look, I can't help you with maybe specifically what you're stuck on, but I can
yes.
help prompt you where to go from here, maybe, and check in with you soon.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is what, when we ask somebody, ask with the intention,
Mm,
right? are
Mm.
you okay?
Yeah.
When you ask, not just like, yeah, I'm fine,
Yeah.
like when you meet, like lots of times we're so used to, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, yeah, and then we cross paths, right?
Yeah.
But then sometimes you ask that, and all of a sudden the person just
Yeah.
start blurting out,
Uh-huh.
and are you ready for that as well,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, sometimes my daughter, she asks, are you okay, to me a lot in
Yeah.
the car. Are you
Hmm.
okay? How are you today? And sometimes I go, blah, 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 and then she was like, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, thank you for sharing. And sometimes, and the kids these days, they're so mature for their age, right?
Yeah.
And but yeah, not underestimating them, but at the same time, yeah, like she said, when she asked, being able to hold that space as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. And it's often our daughters that are so perceptive that mum's not okay. Hey, all I have to
Yes,
daughter is a like a reset of breath, you know.
yes,
Like, Mum, are you okay? I'm like, oh, she's such a psychologist in training.
yeah.
It's bred into her, but it's lovely, to check in with our family as well.
Mm. No,
Yeah.
my daughter said, just deep breaths, mom. Let it go. And I'm like, this, the 14
Yeah.
years old girl, they're teaching us, just
Yeah.
sit down. It's
That's
okay.
it. And you can see the difference, some of the schools with the curriculum of mental health now and self-care
Mm.
into it, that they are more mindful of this as well. It's good.
Yes. So
Mm.
they are incorporating more and more of the well-being side as well at school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think that makes a big difference. And
Mm.
because they're spending predominant time at school, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think when the family and then the school works together, I
Mm.
think that brings a really, like, a different result, you know.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Mm.
Yes. So yes. So my daughter has been the savior during my event. So every time when I was starting to stress out,
Yeah.
she's, it's okay, mom. It will work out. You just have to sit back a little bit and
Yeah.
just get it out of your thought,
Yeah. Good on.
give it a rest, and
Yeah.
then get back into it.
Yeah.
And yes, so she has been, and she is constantly singing and dancing, and then, mom, join me, and then and then I'm like, you know what, it's that. And so, and after, once I start singing and dancing with her, and
Yeah.
your mind, it freshens up, and you have completely different outlook towards that same situation.
Absolutely. You just get a little hit of dopamine and some nice
Yes.
endorphins, singing, dancing, and it resets it, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's yeah, and so yeah, I think we have to embrace that little bit of childish in
Yeah.
ourselves as well, and not
Yeah.
be too rigid, of doing all the
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, yeah. It is fun with my daughter. She's
Yeah.
classic. Yes. So what can events like Are You Okay Week do to change the stigma around mental health? I think we
Mhm.
already touched in this a little bit, but
Yeah. Yeah, probably just to add some more, because I think if I recall the timeline of Are You OK Day and the mental health weeks, I think it's come around in the last, through the last 20 years of my practice. You've seen it become more and more of a common topic in healthcare. Psychology used to be still a bit woo-woo and kind of an add-on and, not scientific, some people would say, but nowadays
Mhm.
mental health is just at the forefront of our well-being. It's so important, and it's just quite common even for the blokes now to reach out,
Mm.
start psychology sessions. You see the stigma is dropping off. You've got some young adult men who have been through maybe therapy a little bit more as children and realize the difference. So I've seen it more and more that it's okay to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness anymore. If anything, it makes you a stronger person for putting your hand up to say, I'm floundering, I need some extra support. And it
Mm.
actually inspires others as well, to reach out for support. The number of people that refer a friend of a friend and whatnot,
Yes.
they find that right person that worked for them. It's so important. And only recently I met the man, his name's Ross. He started the farmer mental health hotline through Lifeline.
Oh, wow.
Met him while I was looking at some cows because I love cows, and here's Ross, and we've both worked for Lifeline over the years. He's really helped change the stigma for mental health in farmers, and that's a huge step.
Oh,
And
that would be, yes.
yeah, and he said just now we've got farmers who have been struggling, and some of them just end up taking their life because they can't cope, and just the difference it's creating for farmers to say, I'm struggling, I need help. They're under such pressure, to see the difference there as well. So just so many different facets of our society are recognizing mental health struggles more and more, which is great.
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Jen is here. Hello, Dr. Jen. Yeah.
Hello.
So, she was our panel of guests,
Oh.
and yes, and she I love what she does. So I'm biggest fan. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
So yes, no, it's so more and more people speaking out about mental well-being, and we have more and more resources coming, and the government as well. There are so many support, but at the same time, be able to speak up and grab that resources and the
Yeah,
support as well is another thing.
exactly.
And I think when we're talking like this and making the conversation more, talking and sharing, I think that will make much more easier for everyone to approach to each other, and
Yeah.
as well as to the practitioners as well,
Yeah, that's
right?
right. Exactly. Yeah.
And
And I
speak,
find,
yeah.
that simple reaching out to someone, really looking at them in the eye, making eye contact and saying, are you okay? How are things going? Sometimes you just
Mm,
kind of unguard straight away and let out what
yes.
you do.
You start crying.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't take much sometimes, a hand on the shoulder, you're like, oh, I'm not okay. And that's all
Yes.
right. Sometimes we have to fall apart. There's a beautiful book written a couple of decades ago about falling to pieces without falling apart,
Mm,
Sometimes we do have to be vulnerable, like, Brené
mm,
Brown talks about now as well. We have to unguard ourselves sometimes and process what we need to, but it doesn't mean you're going to fall apart forever, Makes you.
yeah. Yeah, being able to recognize your emotion and then being able to, let it out that you're
Mm,
not okay, instead
mm,
of bottling it up. And,
yeah,
yes, that is what I realized back home in Nepal. The women are glue for the family. You have
yeah.
to be always good, good wife, good, good, good. And then, you are gluing family no matter how you're feeling. You're the last one, and
Mhm.
as long as everybody else is happy. And same with the men as well, right? They have to be tough, and they have to don't cry like a girl, and all
Mhm.
those things,
Mm.
and I think, when we are bringing this Are You Okay Day
Yeah.
and talking about it, I think more and more people will be starting to open up and,
Yeah.
realize that, you know, it won't compound later in life,
Mm.
right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
sure.
Yes. So, any final takeaways for our viewers today,
Yeah.
and any resources you would recommend them?
Yeah, sure. Probably final takeaways, it's just to reiterate, that we all have the ups and downs, even the most high
Mhm.
functioning of people sometimes may be working so hard to keep that tough exterior going and high functioning and go, go, go. If I
Mm.
stop, I'll fall apart kind of stuff. So we have to remember that we all have our ups and downs, and it's not a sign of weakness to reach out and ask for help. And that there will be times you might reach out to others asking if they're okay, and they may not be ready to talk, and nothing
Mm.
is going wrong, but it's planting seeds. That person may come back to you eventually and go, you know what, that day you asked if I was okay and I kind of shut down, I wasn't ready to talk, but do you have a moment
Mm.
now? So it really pays off, but just remember, don't take it personally if someone kind of, doesn't want to talk then and there as
Mm.
so yeah, definitely not a sign of weakness by opening up. And then there's so many resources, as you said as well, and around mental health awareness. And it's not always the classic mental health supports that may be the answer for some people as well. So I'm very holistic in what I suggest to people. You've got your classic like Beyond Blue, Head to Health, government websites, and resource hotline. Got your Lifeline crisis telephone line, as I mentioned earlier. I worked as a telephone counsellor years ago, early in my career. Way to get started and learning how to, you know, do what I do for work. So you've got that crisis line, some brilliant counsellors there. Your GP, some people have a brilliant relationship, and if you're feeling like you need that more solid relationship with the GP, making sure that you find that right person to be part of your team. And then you've got your psychologists and your counsellors, but you've also got other modalities. Like I think as women, sometimes we need those women's circles, you know, that to really hold space, to be part of that village that's inherently built in our psyches that we're lacking now, you know. So I think the mothers' circles, how important they are, or, you know, the older women going through perimenopause, menopausal era, you know, there's like-minded souls there. So it's finding your tribe. There could be social groups. Like some people have joined book clubs and said it's the best self-care and mental health care they've ever themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
So they, that reminded me of, you know, for our mother's peer support, Tracy, the
Yes,
Motherhood Village, right? So
absolutely.
she has created to bridge that gap between.
Yes.
Yes, and I think there are so many places you can go and do. You just have to find the right circle for yourself.
Yeah, that's everything. Hey, and if you try a circle and it's not your type of circle or the people there, it's nothing you're doing wrong. You just have to keep trying to find the right avenue for you as well. You know, it could be a horse riding retreat you do, or going horse riding once a week with a lovely group. You know, it just depends. Everyone's got their own type of therapy and meditation.
Yeah, these days, breath work, you know,
Yeah.
all those kind of things is getting,
Mm.
you know, bigger and bigger. But at the same time, yeah, coming together as a community. And I think
Yeah.
the Dr. Kuljit in our panel of guests was talking about the social isolation
Yeah.
is,
Mm.
taking more people's life
Yeah.
as well as the smoking, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely
yes.
right.
So find your tribe.
Find your tribe and try not to turn to chat GPT as your primary support is my
Oh,
thing.
yes. Google.
On, you know, it might be a quick general question, but I'm really working with my teen clients to say, don't chat GPT things, ask me instead.
Yeah.
Person to person interaction on this. So
Yeah, that's why as well I wanted to create the events when people comes together in a person, right? It is like, and that's the best connection. Yes, you
yeah,
can see people in social media and you can create, you know, do business from there, but it's nothing like connecting with people in
correct.
person,
Yeah,
and you get to read their vibe and, you
yeah,
know, how their personality is, and can you trust that person, right? Can
mm,
you move? And you might as well not just a business wise, but you might become a great friends to, you know,
hmm
rely on each other. So
exactly. You can't be that in-person energy that's created, just like in-person therapy versus, you know, some Zoom telehealth appointments are great, but I'm still old school. I've been trained in person, and that's the way I love to roll with my therapy as well. Yeah.
yes. So yeah, well, you know, technology is great.
Yeah.
Technology is great when it's used, when it is used right,
Yeah.
I think. Yes.
Absolutely.
Because I was the at the event, the Mona Hicks, she is the counselor and the naturopath, and she was like, I have some feedback for you, and you know, and I was like, oh, that would be amazing. And then she she told me to put my messages a little bit clearer,
hmm
and then I'm like, yes, because of my English, you know, I try to put my things together, but then I get muddled up. But
hmm
then I write all my things and I put in a chat GPT and tell them to break it down, my message more clearer.
Yeah.
I did that. I tried that, but it didn't work that well. She said, oh, maybe try harder next time. Maybe, but you know, because so you know, in those time.
Yep.
It is helpful,
Yep.
but yeah, it was a yeah, it was a great time. But
Yeah. Good.
yes, all right. I think we have come to the end.
Yeah.
And if anyone has any question, please pop in the comment section. And while we are waiting, please, Dr. Rhiarne, let us know where we can find you.
Yeah, so yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook under Dr. Rhiarne Psychologist, and I have my clinic in Ashmore at the Family Wellbeing Hub as well with my husband, Dr. Mark Scholes. So if there's anyone that feels that my work aligns, feel free to reach out as well.
Yes, and you know, and you are so holistic, you know, and that's why I've always so attracted towards your work because you've always been, and I can feel you're so open towards every modalities.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what we have been trying to do, the bridge the gap between the both, you know, modern and traditional. So people would have the option to adventure out everything else
That's
if
right.
they want to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So thank you so much for your
pleasure.
for your time and your knowledge and expertise.
Yes,
And looking
pleasure.
forward to talking to you soon.
Yeah, and thanks for all you do as well, Ange, for this now.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank
appreciate
you so much. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. We'll talk to you, see you soon.
it. Yep. See
Bye. Thank you so much.
ya.
Bye.
Yeah.